Color Lab. So now I'm going to place an order for a framed photo and fine art print. I'm going to click on that catalog, and it will take just a few minutes to load into your system. And you'll see that as it does, all of the options in step number 1 as well as in step number 3 do change for you. So there are 2 thumbnails right at the very top of step number 1. One that's just illustrating all of the frames available in the Eco line and all of the frames available in the Wood line. I do suggest that you take a look at the website prior to placing this order and just jot down the name of the frame that you're interested in ordering. So, like we saw before, all of our standard sizes are listed for you here. We offer over 5,000 custom sizes and cannot list them all. And the framed print that I'd like to order today falls in that category. So what I'm going to do is click on the custom sized framed print. And as I do, a template's going to appear in step number 3 that has all of the instructions for how to order a custom print. I do suggest that you read that over just to familiarize yourself with the process prior to getting started. Now you'll notice that there is no price next to the custom size framed print option, like you do see all of the prices for the standard sizes. So what I'd like to do is just have in my mind an idea of what this will cost prior to placing the order. So what I'm going to do is come back to the Simply Color Lab homepage, and I'm coming over to the tab called How Much, coming down to Total Custom Framing. Once I'm on the Total Custom Framing page, I'm going to scroll down just a little ways and click here to view Total Custom Framing prices. It's going to ask me to be logged in. And once I am, I'm going to find the Total Custom Framing Prices tab again, where I'm going to be taken to a interactive price calculator. So what I'm going to do is just type in the dimensions of the frame, or of the print rather, that I'd like to have printed. As well, I'm going to be asked to choose from a mat size. Now I would like a mat to accompany this print, although if you didn't want one, you would just click on this tab that's empty. But I would like a 4-inch mat around this image, and I only want it in a quantity of 1. And you can see that as you type in all of that information, the price will calculate itself for you. So now there's a reference available for the pricing that I can expect to see on my invoice. So I'm going to minimize that and come back into the rows system. Now that I have an idea of what it's going to cost, I'm going to come into step number 2. I'm going to use this image once again and just drag and drop it into step number 3. Now you can see that the template does stay on top of your image in step number 3, although I assure you that it will not print that way. You will only see your image in your print. And once again, if I wanted to rotate the layout, I could do so, or rotate the image, I could do so. Also, if I wanted to zoom in or out, which I do want to just zoom that all the way back out. And if you wanted to change the quantity that you would receive of this framed print, you could do so here. So now I'm going to come into step number 4, and once again I'm going to come up to this little dot and move everything over so that I can see what's going on in step number 4. So first thing is that I am met with this custom size question. Is this a custom size? And I'm going to denote that yes it is. And I'm going to enter the dimensions that I'm interested in, which is a 13 by 13, which is the same dimension that I just entered into that custom size calculator on the website. So now I'm going to be asked to choose from the mat size, and in order to ensure that you receive the same price that you did on the custom size calculator, you'll just want to keep that the same. And then I'm going to be asked to choose from a matte type. We offer 4 colors of matte: white with white core, off-white with off-white core, black with black core, and black with white core. All of our mattes are acid-free, pH balanced, and archival. I'm going to choose from the white on white core, and then I'm going to be asked to choose from the frame that I'd like to have. You can go back to the website and refresh yourself on the frame types and names if you would like to. And for this order, I'm just going to choose the Deco Black frame. Next, you're going to be asked to choose from the paper types, and they are all listed here. So I do want this on luster paper, so I'm going to just maintain that it is on the luster selection and continue scrolling down. The next thing that I'm going to be asked is whether or not I would like plexiglass included in my frame. There's no extra charge for it or to choose not to have it, but I would like to have plexiglass on this framed print, so I am going to choose plexi. And finally are the color correction and retouching options that we saw in our first order. So once again, I'm going to select that they may tweak the color if they feel it's necessary at no extra cost. Once I've completed all of those selections, I'm going to come back over to Add to Order. It will denote that it has been added, and that blue line will once again appear in step number 2 around the image, just denoting that it is in my checkout.